We wave goodbye as we head off to our separate classes. I have Sakura in the morning, so I'm fairly confident that the next hour or so won't be too bad. Who's Sakura, you might ask? Only one of the coolest, most down-to-earth teachers we have in this whole school. Being on the young side himself, the experience of high school is much fresher in his mind than in some of the other teachers, especially the older ones. He gives me a smile as I open the door.
Morning! How are we today?
Not bad, sir. Same old, same old. How about you?
Well, we're finally starting our module on 20th century history today, so needless to say, I'm excited.
Oh yeah? First World War, Nazism, Second World War, that stuff?
You bet. I've waited all year for this to start. Oh man, you guys are in for a real treat!
That's something else I really admire about him. He's so enthusiastic about his subject, and that enthusiasm really makes learning about history that much more enjoyable. Combined with the fact that he's fairly relaxed, especially when it comes to homework, you can really see why he's popular. Although he does have a strict side, of course. That side of him comes to light every now and again, so he isn't a pushover. By and large, he's earned the respect of his students by striking the balance just right. I just wish that all my teachers were as friendly and made an effort to know their students better. Oh well. I take a seat and one of my classmates, Emmy, smiles and waves. Bouncy and energetic, she has a reputation of her skills on the track team. Even when she isn't running, she's still pretty much a ball of energy.
Heya!
We have one of those odd friendships where we get along well in class, but don't really see each other outside of school. How are you doing, Emmy?
Training was really fun today.
Oh? She's always on the hunt for new recruits to join the track team, and she has a habit of dropping some not-so-subtle hints.
Yeah, we're always looking for new people, and I know you aren't a part of any club, so you should totally join us.
It's funny that you mentioned that I'm not a part of any clubs, actually. I think I'm gonna check out the literature club after school.
I didn't really think you were the poetic type. But if you ever get bored of writing poems, you know where to find me.
How many times do I have to tell you that?
Alright guys, let's make a start. It's almost criminal I've had to wait so long to teach my favorite century.
Well, that's the school's lesson over. As I linger behind in the classroom to gather up all my things, I hear the door open. It's Sayori.
Hi again.
Hey, the literature club's meeting today, right?
Yeah, it is. I was just heading there now. Do you still want to come along?
You betcha.
Look at you, finally doing some extracurriculars.
I mean, if you're the vice president, it can't be all that bad, right?
Each individual club member makes it special. Everyone works hard to have fun together.
Well, let's not keep them waiting. It'd be rude to show up late. I want to make a good first impression after all.
I guess you're right. Come on, it's right this way, up the stairs at the end.
I follow Sayori down the hallway. She seems excited, and it's nice to know that I'm making her day at least a little bit better. The stairs lead up to a section of the school that I recognize as the third year's wing. Sayori leads me to a classroom and knocks on the door.
Oh, trust me, you're gonna love it.
She's definitely enthusiastic about this club, that's for sure. After a seemingly long wait, the door finally slides open. A small pink-haired girl peeks out.
Sayori?
Hey, Natsuki! Guess what? I found someone who wants to join our club!
The girl who's apparently called Natsuki slowly turns to glare to me and narrows her eyes. She opens the door fully, and behind her I see another girl sitting at a desk, her face buried in a book.
What? Hey, wait, Sayori!
Sayori practically pushes Natsuki out of the way. She seems excited to introduce me to the rest of the club members.
Hey guys, I wanted to introduce you to our newest member.
Sayori, hold up! It's a bit quick to call me a new member, isn't it? I then notice a third girl peek out from behind the bookshelf in the corner of the classroom. Can it be? Is that Monica? Monica is one of the most popular girls of this high school. Everyone seems to flock to her because she's smart, beautiful, athletic, you name it, she's got it. Unfortunately, this also means she's completely out of my league. She looks at me first with a stern look, but then quickly lights up, puts down the book she's holding, and rushes over.
Oh, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
The girl who has her face buried in a book suddenly jolts up and looks right at me. She quickly snaps her book shut and timidly moves to join the conversation.
Oh. A new member. My name is Yuri.
Yeah. Holy crap, it seems that I've somehow lucked out. Not only is Monica in this club, but also a bunch of other cute girls. Am I glad I decided to come here instead of the anime club today? But enough gawking. Stop staring and start talking. It's nice to meet you, Yuri. Like Sayori said.
So it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again.
We do know each other, well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. It's kinda strange to say, but having her smile at me so genuinely makes me feel a bit starstruck. The powers of a school idol. You too, Monica. So, you guys run a club with just the four of you then, huh? Sayori told me about how you were looking for new members.
Well, I've actually been trying to push for more members for a while, but we haven't had any luck recently.
Sayori did say. My words dry up in my mouth as Natsuki shoots me a piercing glare. She looks pissed at me, for what reason, I don't know. I haven't really had the chance to do much besides walk in and say hello.
Sayori, you brought a boy?
Yep! He told me he wanted to join just this morning.
Not sure if it's just Sayori being an airhead again, but I don't recall promising that I'd join.
Ugh, great.
Sorry about Natsuki. That's just how she is. She's a little standoffish to new members.
Oh, it's nothing. I don't mind.
Hey, I'm right here, you know.
Sorry. I've got to try to make a good impression, though.
Come on, Natsuki. We need new members. If you don't feel like being nice to him, can you at least be nice for me? Please?
Jeez, you don't have to make such a big deal out of it. Fine. If you're gonna beg, I guess I have no choice.
Hooray! Thanks, Natsuki!
Looks like I know who the tsundere of the group is now. It's almost comical the extent to which Natsuki fits that trope. Well, maybe my view of the world is just clouded by anime influences though.
Anyways, let's get this conversation back on track. How'd you come to learn about the literature club?
I'll have to admit, I'm a bit curious about that myself.
Sayori and I were just walking to school when she mentioned this club to me. Since I was sorta looking for a club to join, I'd figured that I should check you guys out. At any rate, Sayori was really enthusiastic about the literature club, so...
I see. Well, I think this is a great place to start. After all, books can be very enticing.
Yeah, it's super fun. I think the club's the only place where I've been feeling comfortable lately. It's somewhere I can just sit and read while hanging out with friends.
I think they summed up the club pretty well. After all, I started it to bring together like-minded people who love literature. I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. It's very cozy. But enough introductions. Why don't you come in and take a seat? Did you bring anything to read?
As she asked that, I realized I'm not much of a reader, much less someone who loves literature. To be honest, I haven't thought this through very well. Would joining a club that focuses on reading really be the best thing for me? No, I don't have any books on me at the moment. I just haven't seen any good titles recently. I lie through my teeth, hoping Monica doesn't see through my facade. I obviously don't read much, but if they believe that I do, hopefully it'll help me relate to these girls.
Well, we have plenty of books here. If you want to check out what we have, I'm sure you'll find something that matches your taste.
Is that so? Then I guess I'll head over there. Maybe something might catch my eye. I start to sweat nervously as I walk over to the bookshelf. There looks to be a good variety of books available, ranging in genres from horror and fantasy all the way down to nonfiction. Sheepishly, I turn towards...